Update on my babies. I did 5 water changes while I was home on this tank, and I cannot keep it clean because there are so many. I've already taken a bucket full out, and they are not growing. At like 3 days they should be twice the size of this. These look like 1-day olds, so they're getting slightly stunted. I'm hoping that I can undo that damage. I'm already in the process. I went through my Amy Shankas, and I'm moving these guys into the 120 today. So, stand is holding up good. Big boy swimming around a little more. This has been filled up since yesterday, and I don't see any sagging, nothing. So, I was kind of worried that it looked like it sloped a little right here, but I had my honey look at it over and over because, of course, I don't know where my level is, and he says, honey, it looks fine. Look at the water level. It looks fine, nice and level, and it hasn't crashed. So, but I went through my Amy Shanka spawn, and this spawn was just genetically horrible. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know if it was the male. I don't know if it was the female. But I ended up with, like, no good tails. I mean, these are the ones that I separated out to look at that have maybe somewhat of a split tail or a partially split tail, or at least the tail looks nice. You know, ideally you want a nice split tail and a nice body, and these are the ones that I took out just to kind of, I've got the hiccups, just to kind of look at, to second guess and push a little bit to see if they start growing out nice. And I mean, out of 200, that's maybe 30 fish. And there's already ones, now that I have them in here in a bigger tank, they've got crimped fins in one spot or another, like that one. If you look close, it's got kind of a crimped fin there. Same with that one. It's got a split tail, but it's got kind of a pinched fin. What the heck is that noise? I don't even know. So, like this one, you know, the peduncle's got a real sharp dip in it. It doesn't have a very strong peduncle. So, I mean, this one, you can't really see through the gunk. But it was, yeah, this spawn was just pretty poopy. So, these are the ones that I'm going to push for a little bit, go through them closer. Like that one looks like it has a nice split tail and a nice shape. So there are a couple possibilities to rejuvenate my interest in this line, but the rest of them I put into the 300-gallon stock tank. Now some of you might be like, oh my god, you have some really big fish in there to go with the babies. That's fine. I have, even my big guys, I've never had a problem with them trying to eat fry of this size. So basically, they're going to get, once a day now, I'll dump a cup of baby brine shrimp in. I will put steamed egg in, which they're eating. And as you can see, they're already plucking at the plants. Which, my plants in the tank are doing horrible. My plants in the bucket are doing great. I'm not sure what the difference is. Like, these water hyacinths, I think, they're doing fine. They've got new growth. This creeping Jenny's growing like crazy. And I've got mosquito fern and duckweed growing in there. This thing's doubled in size. You know, everything in here seems to be growing nice. Everything down here not so good. So I'm thinking I don't have enough lighting or strong enough plant lighting for the stuff down here. So, but they'll still pick at the plants. They'll pick at the algae on the sides. You know, I almost kind of wish I could set up a display for that. Cool telescope ranchu I got in the rescue. Someday I want to have a ranchu pond. I know. Shiny. Whatever. Anyways, so most of the babies went into the rescue pond. And I will grow them out for another 2 or 3 months in here. Then go through them. If there's any really nice pet quality ones, I might offer them up to people on Goldfish Keepers. If, you know, they're just mediocre pet quality ones, I just bring those up to the pet shop up in Duluth. She takes them and gives me like $1 credit towards something. So these guys will still be getting fed round the clock with all the algae and stuff growing in here. And I'll feed them once a day with some brine shrimp still, and they'll eat the steamed egg that I feed everybody else. So this tank is getting better. I scraped last night and I only found one tiny little fluke. So I'm making progress here. Didn't see any sign of any of the other parasites. So